Hello everyone, it's me Lionel Salde and welcome to our another video discussion. Today, we will talk another literary work and this time around it's from the classical period, the Odes and Poetry of Horace. So much for that, let us now have a brief introduction about the classical period. When we talk about this literary era, classical period span roughly during 1200 BCE to 455 CE. This period was the home of great works, especially from Greece and Rome. And aside from that, it is also considered as the golden age for literature and arts. The prominent writers during this literary era are those Greek and Roman authors, especially Homer, the one who wrote Iliad and Odyssey. We have Virgil, the one who wrote Aeneid, and as of influential poets during this literary era, of course, we have Horace and Ovid. Getting to know more about Horace, Quintus Horatius, known in the English-speaking world as Horace, was the leading Roman lyric poet during the time of Augustus, also known as Octavian. He was born on December 8, 65 BC in Samnite, south of Italy. Horace was known for his odes and poetry. And speaking about odes, an ode is a lyric poem in the form of an address to a particular subject, often elevated in style or manner and written in varied or irregular meter. Now, if you want to write an if you want to write a love letter to someone that you love, and if you will do that through poetry, then that will no longer be an ordinary love letter because that will be considered as an ode. And if you have confusions, or if you have lots of questions in your mind to someone, and if you will ask him or her through poetry, then that will also be considered as an ode. And an example to that is the Ode 1.8 of Horace. Now allow me to read it for you. Through all the gods, why do you hurry to ruin Sybaris by loving? Why is its sunny field hateful, enduring of soil and sun? Why, when he neither rides horseback among his like comrades, nor tempers Gallic with steeds with sharp bits? Why does he fear to touch the tawny Tiber? Why does he cautious avoid the olive with viper blood, and now not wear his arms, bruised by sport, often from disgust, often with travel loose, clear beyond the mark? What lies await? As they say, did the son of sea-born Thetis before the lamentable ruin of Troy, lest the manly car brush Achilles to death amid the Lycian troops. Now, what have you observed in the poem? The poem has many questions. That is because the purpose of this poem is to ask Lydia. Horace wants to ask this poem to Lydia because maybe it's because he has observed some changes to Sybaris, and that gave him confusions, that gave him questions, and that is why he asked Lydia why. Now let us get to know some elements that can be found in this poem or ode of Horace. The theme is about love. Well, I cannot say that. Well, I cannot total identify the theme of the poem because the purpose of the poem, as I've said, is too objective. Horace wants to ask Lydia some questions, and out of those questions, I can see that it's all about love, and I presume that in the poem, Lydia and Sybaris are lovers. It's just that their love have gone wrong, and that caused Sybaris to act in ways that were different from who he was, and that gave Horace confusions, and that is why he asked Lydia why. The characters are obviously Lydia and Sybaris, and the tone is of course asking a question, and the form takes form of questions addressed by Horace to Lydia, as I've said. It is about Sybaris. He wondered why Lydia bent in destroying Sybaris through love. Well, We cannot deny the fact that during those ancient times, men were considered more powerful than women. However, in some aspect, women can also be considered powerful than men because women can drag men into their shortcomings. In what way? It is through love. Women can manipulate men using his emotion. And I think that is what happened to Lydia and Sibaris. Their love have gone wrong and it caused so much changes to Sibaris, and those changes were visible to Horace, and that gave him confusions, and that's why he asked Lydia. The moral of the poem, though it is not directly implied in the selection, but I can see that love can be the most beautiful feeling in the world, but at the same time, it can be a great destruction. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching.